What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Impa Kasanganay and Joaquin Buckley. Wow. Those are the first words that come to mind. That's really almost all I have to say because it's speechless how that knockout played out. But the first round, we had a bit of back and forth, but obviously Joaquin Buckley's pressure, boxing skill, and honestly his pressure was giving problems to Impa Kasanganay here. Joaquin Buckley, very skilled with the hands and obviously with the kicks as well. Round number two, we saw a bit of back and forth, but I could tell the momentum was in the favor of Buckley. And he looked to be on the way to winning the fight, which we did see. A brutal knockout win. I will pull up the image here for the knockout. I mean, wow. The knockout was probably the best knockout we've seen in a few years. I mean, maybe better than Edson Barboza's over Terry Edom. Catches the kick, spinning back kick with the foot caught, and lands a crazy shot. Puts Impa Kasanganay unconscious, goes straight back out. We knew the fight was over immediately as it landed. This was truly an amazing knockout victory. I mean, I'm in shock. I mean, it was a wow factor knockout. I had to make a video as soon as possible about this to talk about it. And you can see Impa Kasanganay here. He looks like a dead man, totally gone. Brutal knockout win for Joaquin Buckley in an upset over Impa Kasanganay. People probably were sleeping on him in this matchup. I knew he had the power to stop Joaquin Buckley in I would say 2.5 rounds or less. And he did so. Brutal knockout victory for Joaquin. I'm very impressed by him, and I'm very excited to talk about what's next. Now, for Joaquin Buckley, there are some possible matchups. The first option that I really like is the winner between these two opponents here, which I'll put on the screen. It's Trevin Giles versus Bevon Lewis. The winner of that fight, I like for Joaquin Buckley. It's a fairly big step up from Impa Kasanganay, but that impressive of a knockout, it kind of deserves to be stepped up and put against a higher level fighter in this middleweight division. Especially, I mean, he fought Kevin Holland on short notice, gave him a competitive fight before being stopped in that matchup, and that's why I really like the winner of these two here. Both guys skilled on the feet, both guys decent grapplers, and I think it's a hell of a fight between either men and Joaquin Buckley. But if not these two, I do have a second option that I want to bring up for Joaquin Buckley, which I think is possible if he wants to keep playing the prospect killer, the guy that ends the undefeated records. Puna Soriano, 7-0 professional, 1-0 in the UFC, coming off a knockout win over Oscar Piechota. This is another option, and I think if Joaquin Buckley is interested in making a quicker turnaround, maybe Puna Soriano wants to fight by the end of this year. Maybe Joaquin does as well. Maybe we could set something up there. But if he is going to take some time off, you got Bevon Lewis taking on Trevin Giles on November 7th. So that would give Joaquin Buckley some time off, couple weeks, assess, and then probably face the winner of that matchup. Or Puna Soriano here. Now, I'm not even going to give an opponent for Impa Kasanganay. Here's why. He's been fighting fairly active about, 2-3 times this year. Let me actually quickly pull up Impa Kasanganay because I don't want to be incorrect on this. I know that he was on the Contender Series. He got the win, and then he came into the UFC, and he beat Maki Pitolo. I believe he's fought twice in a matter of a couple months. Yes, so he made his Contender Series sophomore appearance. That was on August 11th, and then he goes and fights Maki Pitolo in the UFC on August 29th, and now makes a very quick turnaround, takes on Joaquin Buckley, and is knocked out brutally here in October the 10th. I think he needs a couple months off. I'd say 3 to 4 months off. He's a very young and developing fighter. I think he needs to fine-tune some skills a bit, maybe get better at starting faster. He does tend to start a bit slow and lose the first round against opponents, and he does get caught early, and I predicted that Joaquin Buckley had a chance, a very serious chance in 2 rounds or less in this matchup, and he did. He got a brutal knockout win. One of the best I've seen, maybe the knockout of the year, probably gonna be hard to beat tonight, at least as far as knockouts. Maybe the knockout of the year, though. This could be one of the best knockouts we see in all of 2020. One of the best knockouts in MMA history. Absolutely spectacular performance by Joaquin Buckley. I am extremely impressed by him. I think that he has a ton of skills, and I think he's a really interesting guy in this UFC middleweight division, and I am very excited to see what's next for him and Impa Kasanganay, who I think has a lot of upside and potential, but he was caught by a very big shot, and Joaquin Buckley was more experienced and stylistically was a very bad matchup for Impa Kasanganay. But both guys still developing. I think Kasanganay needs a bit more work in the gym before he thinks about fighting again. I think take 3 to 4 months off, assess, maybe change some things up, improve his training. Granted, he's still getting better and better, and he's undefeated besides this fight. 8-1 as a pro, fantastic record for Joaquin Buckley. Buckley. The hype is there now. The momentum is very pumping at this. It's pumping high, I would say, the momentum for Joaquin Buckley. So I think a fairly quick turnaround would not be a surprise for Joaquin. But all right, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the post-fight breakdown and what's next for both fighters. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.